Okay, so are you back? Did you finish up that science walk? Well, even if you haven't done it yet, here are some things to think about when you're done. You can come back and ask yourself some very important questions. Scientists are very, very important in this world, especially today. These days, they're working really hard to try to figure out what's going on. And they make us safe, and they figure things out, and they find things out. So you're acting like a scientist today is actually a really important lesson. Some things that you can ask yourself is, what other ways can scientists make observations? Remind yourselves that it's okay to try something new and to try to make an observation and not be quite sure about it, but just record it. You don't have to hand anything in. You don't have to be right or wrong. This is just your observations, and you're being a scientist. And scientists asks a lot of questions, and sometimes they get things wrong, and sometimes they get things right. But right now, we're just playing scientist. And you can ask yourself things like things about rocks and water. Like, what is it that doesn't make those things living? Well, we can remember what we read about, and they don't need air, they don't need oxygen, and they don't need water or sun. They don't need anything really to grow. So it's hard to classify them as living things, even though, boy, when I'm around water and I'm in the ocean or I'm in the pool, I feel more alive than ever. But that's not one of the definitions of making things living. But we did find things that were living outside, things that need to live and grow, and what they need is sun, water, air, and food. So ask yourself, does this need sun, water, air, and or food to stay alive? And if the answer is yes, then it's a living thing. How do they get those things from the sun, the air, and the ground? Well, that's a very good question. I'm not sure. I think their makeup just gives them that drive to keep on growing. And they find their food, they find their water, they find their air, and they find their sun. And sometimes we help them out. Sometimes we help them out. We water our grass, we water our plants. Sometimes we help them out. Well, I think that's the end of the lesson. But don't stop thinking about being a scientist. So every time you go outside, have that scientist mind and observe, hear, and smell what it is that you think you're observing is living things. All right, have a great day. Miss you guys. Love you. See you soon.